Alright, welcome to the Dev Diaries, I guess. Yes, this is episode 1.
Happy Marketing Monday.
Happy Marketing Monday. You're going to hear a lot about marketing, so look forward to that. It does pass. The first few weeks are very marketing heavy, but they do pass. So I guess we introduce the game first. We're making a game called Janet de Mornay is a slumlord and a witch.
It is a horror comedy inspired by Beetlejuice and Poltergeist, and it is about a queer share house, found family, renters' rights, landlord overreach.
We've said it so much already, like in the past few weeks, that it's different robotics like feed the machine.
I have a bunch of
beep.
words that I say.
Yeah. Yes, and the house it's set in is actually one that we lived in for a very long time in Chippendale, Sydney. And we had a lot of good times and a lot of messed up share house / I don't know, crumbling terrace experiences.
I think it's summed up best by, we left the house after you'd lived there for 10 years, I'd lived there for 7. We left the house because when Dashy pulled up the carpet, he found that the floorboards were rotten with black mold. So that's the kind of house we were living in. Rent was good.
Rent was
Inner
good.
Sydney, come on.
Yeah. People used to gasp when we told them the rent, but then we'd be like, oh no, we pay in many other ways.
Like a respiratory health.
God, sleeping patterns.
Trucks would drive past at all hours and literally shake you awake. At 3 a.m. I would be shaken awake every night.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, it's very much tapping into that, and it's only gotten worse than that, like renters' rights and housing market and all those kinds of things, and landlord behaviour becoming more and more unhinged, and how laws have enabled that because, you know, the people who make the laws are also the people who have rental properties, you know, it's got all that stuff kind of in it, kind of talking about that, but filtered through horror, because why not, you know, it's a bunch of fun, and we wanted to make a cinematic game that we could sit around and play with our friends who don't necessarily play games, like full-on games, I guess you'd say, like Elden Ring or things like that, something that we could sit around and play together, almost like watching a film.
Yeah, because like anything we make, it is very story-driven.
Yeah.
There is no combat. This one has some mechanics, but we don't really like fail states. There's not really a fail state.
It's kind of a fun puzzler. Like, I love horror games where you go around and you get to know the space, and then you're like...
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
I think puzzler maybe makes
I
it
don't
sound
know
like
what to
something
call
else. But it's like, it's got puzzles, though Resident Evil has puzzles. And I think that's a good way of saying it.
And a little bit of devotion, which I talk about in another video.
Yes.
They're very kind of satisfying. Just you're rewarded for getting familiar with the space, I guess, and paying attention to the space and how the space changes, which I always enjoy when you can sit around as a friend and one friend remembers, oh, there was that statue in that room. I remember that. And then, you know, you get to go and kind of work these things out together.
Yeah, that's very fun.
Without it being like crushingly so kind of abstract or illogical, like old point and click games that I used to play.
Yes, and I feel like this also comes up in an early episode of me getting too deep into hard puzzle creation.
It does, yes. This is good. We're giving little previews of the series. Oh, we should mention all the arguments and disputes we talked about. Ooh.
There's some tension. It is resolved.
Yeah, we're doing well, but you have to wait. Well, is it resolved? Ooh.
Tune in for a future episode of Janet Dev Diaries.
So I guess, yeah, in terms of what we're talking about, it's not very technical. Like, we don't really talk about how we make things because mostly we don't think you should follow how we make things.
They work. That's all you need to know.
Like, you just should see the glossy, semi-glossy finished product, not the heaving mass of knots and tangles and trash just beneath the surface.
But I think what we have to contribute is candidness of what it's like to wrangle your way through the process of making a game.
Yeah.
What it is to create a story-driven game, and how you how we try to capture queer sharehouse life.
And the issues of working together as a couple. So I think that so far we're like 8 episodes in now. That seems to be the general spread of things. It'll change soon because we're about to move into the Powerhouse offices today, so the background will change. You'll see in a few.
Location shift.
If we like shooting there, it might be that there's like construction work outside or something, so we come crawling back here.
Don't say that. Well, I hope you enjoy our dev diary. We tend to ramble a bunch, but I think we're friendly enough, and if nothing else, they're quite short.
Yeah, they're pretty short. I've got some little cutaways and things in there to kind of add some spice.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye. See you soon. Bye.